Happy New Year! Let me begin by wishing all our viewers a prosperous and productive 2018. This is the first edition of the SKNIS Week in Review program for the new year. The Week in Review is a roundup of the highlights of government-related activities and programs that have taken place over the past week. In this program, we focus on the period January 5th to the 11th. Coming up, Federation and the Gabonese Republic establish diplomatic ties. Public education on traffic lights continue. Tourism products captured in photos, and SKNIS releases a journey remembered. These and more ahead. At a ceremony in London at the Gabonese Embassy, the High Commissioner of St. Kitts and Nevis and the Ambassador of the Gabonese Republic signed a joint communiqué officially establishing diplomatic relations. The joint communiqué, formalizing ties between the two countries, marks another significant milestone for the Federation and progresses the government's commitment to spread its diplomatic footprint across the African continent. The public education drive on the use of traffic lights in St. Kitts continued on the SKNIS Working for You radio program this past week. Head of the Traffic Department of the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force, Inspector Carl Keynes, was the guest on the program, and he shared information about the traffic lights in Basseterre. The lights can be found at the junctions of Keon and 4th Street, 4th Street and the Bay Road, East Independence Square Street, and where Keon Street meets Pond Road and Wellington Road. The lights are expected to decrease congestion by facilitating a more organized flow of vehicular and pedestrian traffic.
We recognize the difficulties in getting from a junction. It is very difficult. It gives everyone a fair chance to proceed, an equal opportunity for everybody. And also, it eases traffic congestion.
Head of the Traffic Department with the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force, Inspector Carl Keynes. Out of 98 submissions for Tourism Month's Best Destination Photo Competition, 6 proved successful in capturing the essence of the St. Kitts tourism product. The winners of the photo competition were revealed earlier this month. In the youth division, first place went to Shemar Jr. Moore, second place to Jaquan Olu Phillips, and third place to Carolyn G. Adams. In the adult division, first place went to Pin Hu Wu, second place to Charlene Joseph, and third place to Mylen Langaran. The top 3 photos were judged according to the expression of the element being portrayed, marketability, memorability, creativity, and technical execution. The Best Destination Photo Competition took place in November, and persons were invited to visit any attraction and take photos which demonstrated the beauty of St. Kitts. Speaking at a short ceremony to recognize and award the persons who did outstandingly well, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Tourism, Caroline Henry Morton, said that the competition resonated well with the ministry.
We do have a lot in St. Kitts to offer. Those of us who travel, we would see that we are just as competitive as anywhere else. And it is for us to make sure that we get those pictures out. We write positive things about St. Kitts. We encourage our colleagues and friends. Those beautiful sunsets that you see at evenings. You never know where these pictures are going to end up.
Prime Minister Dr. the Honorable Timothy Harris hosted his Prime Minister's Gala night of celebration on January 6th at the Marriott Ballroom. The annual event was held this year under the theme, "Our country's success rests not only on our size, but our nation's ability to rise to the occasion." This year's special guest speaker was surgeon, researcher, innovator, and entrepreneur Dr. Andy Redmond. Dr. Redmond grew up in Artless Village in St. Kitts. He serves on the Medical Executive Committee of the highly acclaimed Texas Spine and Joint Hospital. He encouraged citizens to use their talent to assist with the development of the Federation. The St. Kitts and Nevis Information Service, or SKNIS, this month released A Journey Remembered, which is a 3-part series that looks at the Federation's journey from the West Indies Federation to the Associated States of St. Kitts, Nevis, and Anguilla. SKNIS sat down with 4 individuals who gave a detailed account of what happened during that time. Interviewees included the Governor General of St. Kitts and Nevis, His Excellency Sir Tapley Seaton, the first Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, the Right Excellent and Right Honorable Dr. Kennedy Simmons, one of the founding members of the People's Action Movement, Richard Keynes, along with historian Stanley Franks. It was first aired on ZIZ earlier this month, and if you missed it or would like to view it again, you may do so by going to our YouTube channel at the SKNIS or on our Facebook page at SKNIS Media. And that concludes this edition of the SKNIS Week in Review. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed. I was your presenter, Jacqueline Bryan.